because of that reality, that fed into the fact that Spurs couldn't really be what they were supposed to be this season. It was hanging over them all season. It affected his relationship with the players. It affected his relationship with the club, and it's now created a situation where they're performing below par. Although, yeah, amazingly, still kind of hanging on to the Champions League places. But yeah, it does feel now was a complete inevitability. And as much as anything, as soon as there's that relationship with the changing room, it's completely untenable. And that's even before you get to the interpretation of his remarks and whether he was actually directly criticizing the board, which for me, he very much was. We come back here to the issue of what Spurs want to be and what they are as a club, which to my mind, given their financial approach, they're basically in that second tier of clubs. And to get into the top tier, they've got to kind of punch a bit more smartly, buy up and coming players, appoint up and coming managers, and have all that focused. And so from that perspective, from what Spurs are, I thought they backed him quite well relative to Spurs spending. But they clearly didn't back him to the extent that one of the top clubs would, and that he probably felt he was entitled to after getting them into the Champions League last season. And again, we come back to the issue of he was probably just the wrong fit in that they appointed kind of an A-list manager, but they're not quite an A-list club. And that's always going to bring issues, especially with someone as volcanic as Conte. They're a stepping stone club still for the moment. And this is emphasized by the ongoing debate over Harry Kane's future, the fact they haven't won anything except 2 League Cups since 1991. And another thing that's telling in all of this and kind of reflects on Conte's strange argument that he's never been in this situation where he's only challenging for the Champions League. Well, like, who did he think he was joining? Because in the last 40 years, Spurs have never finished in the top 4 in consecutive seasons, except for the 4 seasons when Pochettino was there and at his peak.